Hello and welcome to EU2 Season 9 Round 6, and today we are in Great Britain around a very historic track called Silverstone. Very well known, was an old, war airplane field? Airfield, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah, what a race we are about to see, I hope. Of course, many different drivers here today. Of course, we have Ecos Hawkeye, who just signed for Ecos. Congratulations to him. Of course, wouldn't be long. Jack, very fast driver. Championship leader as well.
You forgot that.
And that's an important part of it. So, but yeah, I think we're in for an absolute treat today. So first out is of course Spudhead. I think it's a bit of a tradition to follow the first driver out around a lap of Silverstone. Of course, today's hosts are me, Marinarat, and of course the man himself, Blaze, or Creator Magician, however you want to call him.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm good. This race will be interesting. I think we'll have a lot of action, but I don't know when it will start. I think it might be a bit similar to last week, where as soon as a safety car, it will spice a lot.
Yeah, but here goes Spudhead, so he's going to start the race, and of course, going through. This is, and he span already. That's him out of the race. No, he's still in it.
He's still there. Okay,
he's still in it.
Here's Dan.
Off to Dan, yeah. So Dan, through the first corners, that is farm and down into Village. Now we've got the newly named Sir Lewis Hamilton Straight, smallest straight on Silverstone, or DRS Straight I should say. Going through into Brooklands, and now quickly on the right hander, two very similar corners. Luffield to a tricky traction zone on the exit there. You want to cut as much of the track as you can here on Woodcote. Now down into Copse, very tricky, easy to spin. He doesn't, and he keeps it clean. So now we're going to go through the sequence of corners that are called Maggots first, Beckett's second, and then Chapel. Then we are next up into the long straight called the Hanger Straight, and then tricky braking zone into Stowe. Early on the power, down into Vale. Obviously Charlie, he's waiting. And this slow sequence of corners now, Club, to finish off the lap. What is it going to be? It's going to be a 27.2, so a decent banker for Dan. But I think we're going to see a lot quicker already now from the Ferrari of Tichy, who's starting a new lap and looks like he had invalidated.
Racer on the medium to the first 1 minute 30.
First and racer on the medium tyre. Might have made a few mistakes there on that lap.
I think Donamo is the next person to be setting on that.
Yeah, Donamo just coming through Stowe on the soft tyre down into Vale.
Maybe a 26 by 26.
Fourth gear, very tricky traction zone though. Oh, he goes a little bit wide, but it's going to be a 27.1.
Yep.
Hold on, Amazon. Decent lap from him. However, next up is Mr. Two Spell himself.
Cool.
Home GP goes wide himself as well. It's going to be a 28.3, so not ideal
But
for the Brits.
It's probably going to be a home GP for quite a lot of people. As
Yeah, for a lot of people, yeah. No. Jack Hawking is from Wales.
Which is Great Britain.
Well, it's Great Britain, yeah, I know. But he's got Wales on his... Yeah, it doesn't really matter, it's his home group. Yeah, that's his home group, GP. So, two-spell racer, Jamie James, Tichy, Matty Robbo. I think Charlie as well. Jay Wizzy, Big Balls. And I was just about to say Blade, but of course he's not from the UK. Jamie James, however, first into the 26s. 26.8.
Blade goes fifth.
Jack Hawkey up into third on the medium tyre.
Yeah, as I say, there's quite a lot of people already in the 27, so I think that is a corner we'll see quite a lot of time. We'll see quite a lot of people as Froda's spent at the end, beginning of his lap. So
I think actually the gap between the mediums and the soft tyre is about 4 tenths, just about there. It's not too big. So the medium tyre, definitely a very good tyre to start on or to finish on, depending on what the strategy tells you to do. A decent start here already. Jamie James leading the way. First half of qualifying.
With Panamo in second, F14 in third. And now just on pits with Tichy. Seeing what time he can put out. I don't think it's a quick lap beside this. It's going to be a lap time on the board. I think it might be like a slower time, but yeah. There you go, 1:30. Which is beaten by Jay Wizzy, who did 27.7.
27.7. Jay Wizzy on the medium tyre as well. So
I think Charlie invalidated, so his time got disallowed.
Yeah, 2 invalidations in a row. 2 spins. Looks like Wizard. Just coming out of Cop's corner. Very easy to spin there. Profoda's collision with Footy, so that's a 5-place grid penalty.
He's still got a wing now.
For Profoda's no wing either. So about... Oh, I don't know what happened there. Did you see it?
And Footy receives a penalty as well. Now I think he might have just went into the back of him. As Big Balls is coming into club. Goes third. I love these nice times. You have a 27.250, a 27.275, and a 27.295.
A 27.595 as well. It's super nice to look at. Oh yes. Let me just get me TAS out. There you go. Yeah. It's going to be hard for me to stop calling Hawkey Jack.
Yeah,
so I hope he doesn't mind. Yeah, I like to call him Jack. If that's okay with you.
Vapor King. Is Vapor his team or is...
Vapor was an old Vapor was an old team.
So should we call him King if we just want to say his name short?
I don't know. Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah.
Everyone a nickname because that makes it more fun.
Yeah, but Vapor was actually, funnily enough, that was a old team that closed down about half a year ago, I think it was. Huge rivals to TRT, but luckily the two owners couldn't agree and it ended up closing down. So a bit of history, bit of esports history lessons, always nice.
Well, Spud set a 27.6.
Yeah.
And I'm now with AJ, who's trying to set up some of the boards because already less than 8 minutes to go on the clock and he hasn't set a time yet.
Yeah, but here he comes though. And this is definitely going to be valid. Around the final corner, that's... what's that club? 11th, 28-1. So a lot of improvements in the times below 27s. 27 5s, I reckon. There's a lot of improvement in those.
Let's look at Matty.
Yeah, Matty. Going around. Coming up to Cop's corner. Oh! And he's not going to back out.
We should say that if people get caught doing that, running wide at Cops, it will count as a warning.
Yeah, it will go towards your warnings. So if you get reported for it,
so don't get
you
caught.
are indefinitely getting a warning. I think it's a report. You have to be reported. But
yeah. Like any pit lane shenanigans and that.
Exactly. But
Matty
is still valid, and it's going to be a 27.591. So splitting all the nice times.
Just right ahead of Blade.
Oh, and Dan's out. He's spanning in Cops. I think it's Jay Wissy coming around now. So yeah, he's out. Oh, there was definitely improvement on that lap. Well, there wasn't, was there?
No, he was going slow.
Oh, unlucky. And Jamie James is out. And Jack gets provisional pole position as his title rival is out. He span it in, I reckon that is Woodcote. He span it in Woodcote. So 2 drivers out already, just before the final few laps. Any thoughts on that? It's going to be...
Well, it's definitely surprising because, well, he's clearly pushing. He wasn't the first person. Well, it's a very tricky corner to get, especially when you push in. So, it'll be interesting to know how many people can beat his time. Because even though he's out, can people improve by that 3 or more tenth gap?
Badkin's coming through.
16?
P16, 37, 8.
Yeah. He might be going for a double lap. Just warm up the tires a bit more.
And that's Profodus. P6. He's very good at Britain. I know that from last season. Probably a favourite track of his. I think that is 2 spelt.
Yeah.
With the, I think the slipstream now coming through. He's going to have to improve on that 28.3. It's not going to be by a lot, but it's going to be a 27.7. Puts himself up to P11.
Just ahead of Jay Wizzy, who is also like that.
7 tenths up.
He's on the softs when he was on the middle of Spud spins in sector 1.
Yeah, Spud's out.
This
regular
time is very quick and might be top 3.
Oh,
P2.
and it's P2 in front of Jamie James.
A tenth behind Hawkeye.
Exactly a tenth.
Ooh, he did that on purpose.
Yeah. He did it for our satisfaction. Satisfaction. Yeah. Thank you.
I can speak English, yeah.
Yes, I can't. So, Don Ammo now is going to be looking to maybe beat his teammate. Oh, Batkins, P7. That's his second lap on those tyres, so... Yeah, very good lap, innit? It's a good lap. I reckon we're going to see more drivers in the 26s. 3 from yesterday. Only 3 currently.
Is anyone on that lap?
Well, Mr. Two-Spell himself is not on the... Yeah, well, he is.
Is he? Is he in
Yeah, no, he's not.
No.
He's not.
I think it's Stumpy. I don't think anyone is on that lap.
Yeah, Stumpy. He's got to set his lap now very soon, though. Yeah, going around through Woodcote.
Well, and he sets a first sector which is very similar to a lot of the guys in the middle, so we may be seeing him in the top 10.
Yeah, that's a 27.5. It looks like it's going to be around there. Sector 2, however, how's that going to be? It's 103.3, so that is looking very decent for him.
Yeah. Maybe even the top 5.
That's going to be in the 26s. We're going to see 26 time here from Stumpy, unless he ruins his time in the last sector now. Going through the final few corners.
Where can
Vale
Ferrari put it?
up into Club. It's going to be a decent time here. It's going to be a 27.1. So not exactly a 26, but it's a decent time. Lost a little bit of time in the last sector.
Behind Donamo.
3,000. Yeah, well, it's really, really close.
And Donamo's improving. Depending on the final sector again, he could maybe beat his teammate.
Yeah. Donamo.
Later retires in the pits.
Through Vale. Through Club. What is it going to be for Donamo? It's going to cross the line. It's going to be a 26.8. Oh, it's so close. But no improvement yet. Super, super close to Jamie James.
Very important time that he puts in, because we don't know what other people have done yet.
Yeah, it looks like he's still going though. Looks like he's still going.
Next one to finish a lap. And then racer after that. So where can the Alpine push him? Is it a 27?
It's a 27.4.
Fits right in with everyone else. And Racer setting his first and only lap on the soft so far, because his last time was on the medium.
Here he comes, P12.
27.5.
However, that is Akers Jack, who... Did he spin? No. That's Profodas to start his lap.
Start his lap, yeah. And Big Bull started that.
Which Mercedes is that? It's going to be Vapor King starting a new lap. Charlie's in the pits. Now, Jack. Yeah.
Matty Vroger is doing a lap, but is Donamo doing a lap?
Jay Wizzy, however, he's going to start his lap, and I think we should follow him because this might be pole position.
Matty goes P5.
Matty's been absolutely brilliant for a long time now. Jay Wizzy, can he improve?
Well, if Donamo didn't improve his lap time, Matty would have beaten him. So it was an important improvement.
Definitely. Oh, he might get it. He's 1.2 tenths up in the first sector here.
It is only sector 1 to be fair. It is a long lap.
It is only sector 1, that is true, but...
All we need is a 10th improvement. That can come from any point in the lap, so as long as he keeps it up, we could be seeing pole position right now.
It's looking very stable for Jay. Now going through Maggots and Beckett's into Chapel. He's going to want to get the best exit. Oh, and even validates. Ah, that is super, super, super unlucky. That was definitely looking like pole position. Oh, unlucky Jay. He's going to have to settle with P2.
And we have missed a lot of time improvements, as Stumpy is sitting in P11.
Stumpy in P11.
With 27.1. So that's
Matty down in P8.
That's the entirety of the top 10 within half a second.
Wow. As always, it's super, super, super close in EU2.
But, more importantly, there is a Red Bull on pole with an Alpha in 2 and 4 with Jamie James in the 3rd. But Footy and Profodas both have 5-place penalties for their collision. So that will push a few people up.
Do you think they got their setup from Hilly's little setup cheat sheet? Because
No,
I sure do.
I did a race yesterday.
No. Yeah. Great
I
job
would have
from the
taken
alphas. Yeah. If I was an alpha, I'd probably still do. Oh well, yeah. So Footy and Profodas both have the 5-second penalties. However, they're both going to have to start on their soft tyre because they qualified inside the top 10.
Which isn't too bad. Stuff like isn't actually a
It's
bad
not
tyre
too bad.
balance.
No,
But
it's not too bad.
UK 1-2-3. Will we see
It's
that in the
UK
race?
1, 2, 3. So it's the home Grand Prix for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. No, 9, 10, 11 drivers. So hopefully we get a fully British top 10.
Yep. So Forky, Jay, James, Barnum, Big Balls, King, Footy, Matty, and AJ are the top 10.
Yeah, and then of course Vapor King, the Irish, in the only, well, no, Dynamo's not, but of course causing a little bit of a. What am I trying to say?
And I don't know.
Yeah,
It's as
yeah,
close
I
as
don't
he's
even.
going to get to a home race, I think.
Yeah.
And well, outside the top 10 we have Stumpy, Dan, Adkins, Racer, Blade, Spud, Two Spell, Titchy, and Charlie. They all get free tyre choice regardless of what position they actually start in, because some of them will start higher than others because of the penalty changes. So I think Stumpy will maybe start P9 on the free tyre choice.
Yeah. But I don't think.
Do you think we'll see many softs or mediums? Because whenever I say something, it's always the reverse.
I don't even know.
Because I would have thought softs, because if there's an early safety car, you can go mediums to the end.
Yeah.
So I would have thought over half of them would go soft. But knowing me, they're probably all going to go mediums.
Probably.
Who
However,
are your top three?
Top
who
three,
your top three?
30 seconds left. Top three, I'm going to go with Jack Hawkey, Jeremy James, and Jay Wizzy. Boring, I am, I know.
I was going to go for a Jay Wizzy win with Matty in second, and a surprise third place from Charlie.
Charlie, okay. Well, let's get you a few facts about Silverstone. So, Silverstone, located in the central of England, just down the road from Northampton and a little bit south east to Birmingham. Yeah, Silverstone was used in World War II as a airport, like an airfield for the planes. So that's a few fun facts. So it has been on the calendar for more than 50 times. It's actually been on there for 75 times. So first Grand Prix was held in 1950 and it had but the first real British Grand Prix was in 1948, a race which attracted around 100,000 spectators. So, a few fun facts. Let's get into the strategy.
Yeah, as we thought, a mixture of strategy. Stumpy, Badkens, Blade, Spud, and Pitchy all on the mediums with Charlie, Two Spell, Profoles, Racer, Footy, Dan, all on the softs. Obviously Footy and Profoles had to start on the softs. But it's more divided than I thought, because it's a little bit of checkers at the back, isn't it?
It's a checkers board. It's a yellow and red checkers board.
All of them
Fortunately,
weaving. That is a sight.
unfortunately, the hard tyres are not green. That could be funny. Yeah?
I don't know. Would it be funny?
Very funny. So, going across now through Club, Jack Hawkey is going to start the race in P1 Charlie last. So, do you want the honours of taking the start as you are a Brit yourself?
Yeah, I'll do that.
So, of course, Jay Wizzy, a few rubber down tyre marks to start him off. Probably very good on that inside line, as it is very tough on the inside of Silverstone. However, I'm going to shut up.
As we wait for everyone to load in, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go for the British Grand Prix. Jay Wizzy gets an excellent start and goes down the inside of Jack Hawkey. It's taking the lead with many battles going throughout the field. So top 4, well, Williams, McLaren round with Matthew Robo, with Jamie James looking at the back of Jack Hawkey. So is he thinking about weaving to break the toe, as we see, well, a lot of position changes with Big Balls and Vape King battling side by side, with something making moves on Dan, who is side by side with Footy. Will we see any side by side action into Cops? Yes, Footy backs out, but gets a better exit than Dan as they go side by side into Maggot's jackets, and Dan gets the move done. But back at the front, Jeremy James getting a move done on Jack Hawkey. Will he go for it? No. Thought about it though, tried to get a good run. Top 4 seems to be breaking away. That includes Samamo in the Alpha at the back, even though Jeremy James probably looking the fastest at this moment. Big winners so far. Charlie in 13th making 6 moves. And then big losers of Matty and Racer.
Yeah, both getting wing damage on lap 1, unlucky. However, and Blade gets wing damage as well. He's just hit the back of Spud. No. Sorry, not Spud. I don't know who he hit, but nonetheless he got damage, and he's going to have to pit because that side is completely fallen off the wing.
It was very, very fun lap 1. Many moves getting done, especially, but more importantly, Stumpy making 2 positions on those mediums.
Now, I don't know why Racer went for the hard tyre. The medium has been proven to be able to go the whole distance of the race.
And it's not even just this race, this year's game. It's probably been like that for 3 or 4 games?
3 or 4 games, yeah. 3 or 4 games. It's always been like that. Same for the soft. They go very long.
Can he get the move done on Jay Wizzy without DRS, of course? He makes the move done. What will Jay Wizzy do? Will he attack Jack back? Yes. Tries to see around the outside and makes contact. If I was Jay Wizzy, I wouldn't mind sitting behind his DRS.
Yeah.
As Big Balls sets the fastest lap, joining this top 5.
Although you can use a little bit, bit of your ERS because, of course, the ERS regenerates quite quickly. Donamo, small mistake, however, he's still in it. Yeah, where's he losing a little bit of touch?
I think he might be pushing a bit to keep up. What's the ERS looking like?
Yeah, the ERS looking like
Hawkey's using quite a lot, like we saw last week.
Yeah, Jay Weezy on 92, so Hawkey has to really be careful with his ERS usage.
Should be using a lot of his ERS here.
Yeah, 1 second's already broken. It's very quick Well, it's looking like my predictions are holding up.
It's that threatening, come on. Remember last week?
Yes, I do.
Jay Wizzy
Oh,
gets
what a
4
race.
exit, Jeremy James is probably going to get past. And what then rates up Jay Wizzy, jump in, Jack Hawke at the start. Not as good now, but hopefully he can keep up with Jeremy James, who will get within that DRS of the Red Bull.
Stumpy gets past Big Balls. No, Vapor King, sorry.
Yeah.
Vapor King tries to get back up at him, but doesn't really work out. Now, he's on the soft tyres, so he should have the advantage. But Stumpy going very well on those medium tyres.
30 and bad things they swap. Or is it a fight?
I think it's a fight.
It is a fight. We love to see teammates battling. Especially after what happened last week when they were at the
Here comes Profodes. Profodes in there, tangling things up for Batkins. Footy now losing touch to Dan in front. Dan in front can get away. Now.
Oh, Prodes, does he make strike? He turns it down the inside, yeah?
He's just going to have to stick it for one more, for a few more corners.
Something that is pretty big already, Jamie James, already on 2 warnings.
Oh, he has a tendency to get a few warnings during a race. Hopefully he doesn't get any more, because penalties does ruin the race, in my opinion.
Is Jay Wizzy gonna... He's not even close enough to make him as Jamie James is pushing. But look,
Yeah, but Jamie James doesn't have the DRS.
Jamie James is only... He's not even using much DRS, and he's Jack Hawke. Jack Hawke's already on like, what, 40%?
40%, but he's going to have to save now. And that comes with the effect of the guys behind you being able to catch up to you. However, he is still using. Be careful, Hawkey, be careful, because Jamie James is looking at a hot pursuit.
And they have history. So,
they do have history.
Jamie James will want to solidify his championship contender status by making himself known. And
there's a yellow flag in sector 1. That is Profodes. I think he's just span around there.
Yeah. Bad Kent has wing damage.
And back. Oh, I think he must have hit Profodes.
Yeah,
he must have hit Profodes. Yeah, that happens. I was about to say a naughty word. Stop myself.
Naughty. Very good. Charlie overtakes AJ. They're going side by side.
Yeah, through cops. Oh, is it a repeat? No. And it's not a repeat of what happened, however. Oh! AJ hits Charlie, but it doesn't seem to get him any damage. Now, Charlie has an opportunity here at Batkins.
Ooh.
And he's already going to go past him, is he? Already before the DRS is activated, he's past him, but here comes AJ as well.
Batkins losing so many positions, he's now in 14th.
He's lost 4 positions just from that straight by not having the DRS.
And wing
Vapor
damage.
King. And wing damage, of course, yeah.
Blobby can send him in and fight.
Who should I send it? Donamo.
Very unlucky.
Yeah, not optimal.
Hopefully he can join back quickly and not lose too much time. Spud picks up the first penalty.
I cannot invite him.
That
sadly.
You might already have an invite. I don't know. Normally
Maybe.
You can't invite him, he's already been invited.
Yeah, he's already in there, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's still... Well, he's not losing that much time to Stumpy. He's not... He's ghosted.
He's lost second already on this lap with Jamie James, who makes a move on Jack Hawke.
Yeah, Jack Hawke now. Yeah, he had to I think this might be the clever thing for Hawkey to do, to just stay behind Jamie James, just regain some of that ERS that he lost.
Quickly see if I can invite Dynamo.
And Spudhead is the first to receive a 3-second time penalty. It's a tense battle in the top 3 now. Big Balls is looking to get into that battle too. He's been using a lot of his ERS, but he's in the DRS now. Is he going to get DRS on this lap? No, he's not. Absolute tank slapper there. Not going to be able.
For Big Balls, Dynamo's right in front of them. They all had DRS, but as soon as he left, he lost the 6/10 gap in the middle, so too much to stay in DRS.
Well, he's trying to get in now. He might be able to through Maggott and Beckett as they're going very close to each other now. It's going to be very tense here. Jack Hawkey, 1/10 behind Jamie James.
Tell, Big Balls especially, he's already picked up a 1-0 Cops.
Jamie James gets up better. And Jay Wizzy, is he looking for an overtake here? No.
I think the issue is there's some, especially around Silverstone, there's a DRS train, and if you're the third car in a train, or third or lower, I think it's one of those near impossible overtakes.
Yeah.
Stan goes wide.
Now, the bottom 3 on hard tyres. Wrong decision from my point of view.
I don't know, because 2 of them started on mediums.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Well, I think already lap 10 to lap 12, we're going to see the first few guys into the pits try and get the undercut. Oh, Jamie James looking very quick in front right now. Hawkey has regenerated a lot of that ERS that he lost being in front. Dynamo's back. Dynamo's back, but in P9 this time around.
I think his internet might have just gone down for a bit.
Yeah.
Fatigue picks up a 4-second penalty as we see Dan. Can he make a move on Stumpy? He's not. Is he close enough? He might send it.
And he does. No turning in. It is EU2, so the standards are very high. Stumpy knows he was there. Good racecraft from the both of them.
No, it's Al. It's Bonamo. He's round.
Yeah, the tyres get very warm because of the AI.
I was going to say the AI might have got his tyres a bit cold actually, so.
I think it's the other way around.
I'm not sure. I don't really disconnect from lobbies often.
Yeah. No, Stumpy.
Weird flex.
Weird flex, but okay. Stumpy though, however, looking to get back on Dan. 5 seconds is the gap in front of him, so no DRS for him. However, the tyres might be looking to be a little bit better for Stumpy right now. Yeah, definitely 20% compared to Dan's 40%.
What drivers would be thinking about pitting for an undercut?
So already next lap, I reckon Jamie James.
But like, if you're in a 3-car train, who pits first? I don't think Jay Wizzy, because DRS is so important.
I think Jay Wizzy might be the only guy who's going to try and pit first, because Jay Wizzy knows.
No, he doesn't.
Jay Wizzy, yeah, well, on the next lap here, that's when the pits are the guys are going to start going to the pits. I think Jay Wizzy's going to be the first to go into the pits because of that being third. He wants to get that undercut so badly. If he can get it and it works, he might even win the race because of that pit stop. So we're going to see. However, I reckon Hawkey and Jamie James instantly are going to reply.
Well, I'm not going to say anything right now, but Charlie's up to P8.
Charlie is up to P8 after starting, what, P19?
Yeah, if we go on detail, position change, 11 places up.
Yeah, brilliant job from him. And Big Balls now into the top 4 fight. So, it's a huge fight. And Jay Wizzy picks up a 3-second time penalty.
But
oh!
Jamie James on 2 ones, Jack Walkie on 1, Big Balls awesome on 1. Again, we're not even halfway into the race. They could easily pick up a penalty themselves. That gives Jay Wizzy 2 more penalties to play with, so he can probably play a bit more risk-free compared to the other 2 that are now thinking that they have to keep it clean when he can just push. So I think we will see someone pit this up. No idea which one.
I think Jamie James is going to pit.
Oh!
Both of them in the pits. Jay Wizzy keeps going.
Dan
interesting.
They picking pits, Charlie to stay out.
Stumpy stays out, of course, on the medium
AJ
side.
AJ pits, Footy stays out, Tussell stays out, Roland stays out. Ooh, we love this. Change of strategy.
So, Hawkeye.
What are the fighters at the moment? Oh, we've got this big group of cars.
Hawkeye just behind Jamie James.
I was going to say, do they come out near any cars? No.
Jamie James instantly getting a fine little gap there out of the pit exit. Can he keep building on that, or is Hawkeye gonna be alright staying in that DRS just about?
Well, if I don't say it now, I won't be able to say it again. Charlie's up 15 places.
Whew. Very decent start from Charlie. First stint is going very well for him. And that's a yellow.
Was that?
I don't know why there's a yellow,
Matty?
because nobody's spun around. No? Matty's alright.
Yeah, I think he just had a wind change, so I think that's why he's a bit further down.
Yeah.
So let's go on board.
Jay Wizzy in, Big Balls in. Now it's going to be interesting to see how big the undercut is from Jamie James and Hawkeye.
I'll stay on board with Jack Hawkeye until then, until they come out, because that will be interesting to know where they come out. It's a long pit lane, isn't it?
It's a very long pit lane. I think it's about 30 seconds you use in the pits. So one of the longest on the calendar now. Coming towards the exit. Has he actually extended? No. Here comes Jamie James and Hawkeye. Oh, and he's coming out behind them.
And he keeps DRS.
And he keeps DRS.
Nowhere, 2 seconds down. Did he play too safe on the pit exit?
I think it was the pit entry he was playing it too safe.
Entry, yeah. But Jay Wizzy comes out, a lap fresher tyres. Don't know how much help that will do.
That's not going to be any help.
Jack Hawkeye might go for a move now.
Here he comes though. No, I think he's going to stay clear into Cops. Cops is a very difficult corner to make a move stick. Especially because you've got a long DRS straight, just 4 corners after.
I just want to say it again, Charlie's up 17 places. Stumpy's got quite a big lead, 6.7 seconds.
I suggest Charlie goes to the pits now, and everyone does. Absolutely no.
Roller stays out. I don't know how these two are staying out on softs.
Well, I think they're hoping. I think they're hoping for a safety car.
They're hoping for someone to crash.
Yeah. But if someone crashes, it's going to be absolutely massive for
them. I was going to say, we saw last time, what happens when someone calls a safety car, the top 3 just got blitzed.
Yeah,
we saw 3 drivers who were nowhere, just suddenly fighting for that position.
Yeah, and I think even though even though you're on the medium tyre, you can actually make the soft stick from now. If you were to go on the softs now, if Stumpy was to go on the softs now, he could make it to the end. Definitely could. That's of course if he wanted to. He can keep going, hope for a safety car maybe, but that's just to kind of inform you that tyres are very, very easy to save here.
Oh, that's a nice 4-car battle. Tichy, Trafodez, Lizard and Spud.
I love when Spud's in a battle.
Oh,
He's going to go for it on the inside of Tichy.
The other two pits there on softs. We want to see Spud make an overtake, don't we?
Yes, love to see it.
That's a second penalty.
That's unlucky, but
his friend.
Absolutely not.
Fastest lap.
Jay Wizzy, yeah, looking very fast on the 1 lap fresher tyre. It's not going to do any change at all. It's not going to do him any good. However, he's still in that battle together with Hawkeye and Jamie James. Big Balls has absolutely lost touch. He's not even close.
Yeah, but now he's lost that DRS, and if these people at the front, they can just go at the pace of Jamie James, even though they might be a bit slower.
Oh, there's a yellow. That's Dan. No racer. No safety car. It's just span it.
Just use this one, yeah.
Stumpy. Just going to stay out for, I reckon, 2 or 3 laps more. 2 or 3 more laps.
They might fit for the soft soon.
Yeah, it won't be long. Won't be long. 2 laps, 3 laps.
I wouldn't put it past a Spud and Tichy go side by side. I could see one of them pitting this next lap.
You can already pit on this lap here.
How long does it take for a pit stop, you say?
30 seconds, 28, 30 seconds.
So Stumpy will come out in P9.
It's interesting.
And then he probably will have the pace to overtake Bailey first and Dan, which we might put in P5. So.
Well, I mean, Stumpy, if he pits this or next lap, he might have time to catch up to Big Balls, and maybe even Jay-Wizzy catch up enough to be in that 3-second window.
Spud and Tichy.
Spud and Tichy, though. Ooh, small touch. Or side by side. Absolutely brilliant racing. Contact through Woodcote, however, Spudhead's going to grab the lead, no, grab the P2 from now on. It's a yellow flag in Sector 1. I think it's some desync, if anything. However, I think Tichy's going to grab that position straight back from Spud on the hanger straight. Yeah, here comes Tichy, 4 tenths behind. Can Spudhead keep it this time? He does. He does. Is he going to pit?
Yep, Spud pits.
Spud's in the pits. Clever decision from him, I believe. So, softs onto Spud. He's going to be able to go.
Think about making an overtake.
He's very, very close to Jamie.
Can he think about making him? He's not got much GRS.
He's not going to go for it, is he?
None of them have. They're all at like 50%.
It's so difficult to decide to make the move because the DRS is just super powerful.
I think he might just wait. But then
there he comes though.
But I think he'll go for it when he wants to.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Around the outside, grabs net P1 for now. As Jay-Wizzy's just lurking in the background, waiting for something to happen. Hawkeye and Jamie James bringing us absolutely amazing racing.
Even though they're not in the points at the moment, Spud comes out just in front of Wizard, which is surprising, but shows you that those mediums just have grip that just lasts, don't they?
They do. They do. Spudhead,
Now,
8/10 behind Donamo. You see how quickly he's gaining on Donamo. Donamo's already been in the
Jamie
pits.
James, he's going straight back. And this is why it's so difficult for someone like Big Bulls to catch up, because they're just swapping.
Yeah, Tichy's in the pits.
Yeah,
Tichy in the pits.
Cover off.
Cover off Spudhead, but is he going to be able to? I think he is.
Wow,
It's going to be interesting though.
Is where he's in a battle.
He's on the hanger straight here. Donamo now.
So
may be able to go for the move here though.
Depending on that in lap, he'll be at the front of this group, or I think he might be at the front of this battle.
Is he going to be able to come out in front? Is he going to be able to get out in front? I think he might. So here he comes. He is, and he is. Oh! And Tichy's just in front of Spud, so no gain there because he didn't have that free air. Oh! And Tichy and Donamo out for now. Not completely out of the race, but out of contention now. Unlucky for Tichy there.
Tichy's
Donamo.
got major wing damage.
Yeah, his race is over. His race is over. Donamo's race is probably also over. Unlucky there for Tichy. Donamo just getting that wheel spin. Oh, it's super unlucky. Stumpy gets a 3-second time penalty. 14 seconds is the gap. If he wants the pit stop to work out, I think it might be now. But he keeps going.
Jamie James, they're going to swap in again. Oh, Jamie James gets a
penalty. Jamie James gets a penalty now.
And Jack Hawkey gets a warning, so he's only on 2 now.
It's
and
getting
Jay
too
Wizzy
close.
gets another one. Jay Wizzy's in 6 seconds.
I'm going to call Stumpy to go into the pits on this lap. Going to have to. He's going to have to. 14 seconds.
I think he's more in danger of Charlie now. Charlie's gained 3 seconds in the past few laps.
He's losing time now. He's just going to have to go in.
Those tyres are getting quite old now. Spud fastest lap on those fresh softs.
We like to see it. You like to see it.
We will do, yes.
He does, however, though, have a 6 seconds time penalty.
Matty.
Oh, Matty's round. He's not out.
No wing. Another VSC.
It's a VSC now. Perfect time for Stumpy to go into the pits.
If it lasts.
If it lasts, it's not going to last, but he's definitely going to have to go into the pits. Hopefully he doesn't get a drive-through, however. He's going to have to go into the pits now.
Think this, well, say VSC is going to stay really long, or stop really quickly. Either way, this is going to save Stumpy and almost
definitely a bit of time.
The battle for the top 4.
Oh, it's a long VSC. It's a long VSC here. Stumpy definitely has absolutely nailed the strategy.
Yep, he's nailed the strategy of being lucky.
I did call him going to the pits, and the VSC is still out. He's gonna be around what, P4? P5 maybe? P5 it is for Stumpy coming out the pits. In front of Dan. Oh, Jay Wizzy's out! Jay Wizzy's out! What happened there? What happened? Can you see him?
You can.
Oh! Super unlucky for Jay. He's been absolutely blistering the whole race.
I think he may have spun on the left-hander.
Yeah. I think he just over-revved the car and it span out.
That might put Stumpy in position for P3.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does. He's going to have to overtake Dan pretty quickly, but then it's only Big Balls who does have a 3-second time penalty, which is definitely a help to Stumpy because he also has a penalty.
And if it wasn't for Matty's spin, that would have caused a safety car because, yeah, that would have just caused a safety car that crash normally, you would think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Bit of a game glitch, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Don't know why they can't. Why there has to be a time in between.
Yeah, but Charlie's still going very, very well.
Yeah. Again, it's very hard to break DRS with the two massive zones, isn't it?
Definitely is. Definitely is. The Stumpy is going to have to commit for the move now.
And he has to pull a gap.
And he has to pull the gap. I don't think pulling the gap is that big of a problem, but it's those...
Well, we see people struggle to break away. Like
well,
Jack Hawkey and Danny James, they've not been able to do it from each other.
Well, that's a different story in my opinion. Well, however, though, Stumpy does have to worry about Big Balls being 5.2 seconds in front of Dan and 6 seconds in front of him. So he's going to have to move, and he's going to have to move pretty quickly. However, Big Balls might be able to get that penalty removed. As I see, he's only got 2 warnings. So it might be something else than what we think. Titchy sets the fastest lap of the race. As Stumpy's going to go for the move here. He's going to activate the DRS. And Dan, he's sucking in on Dan. He's not going to be close enough. Badkins, 3-second time penalty. This is damaging for Stumpy. And the yellow flag, and that's Matty, and he's out this time. Safety car!
Top 2 go past the safety car, so there's no advantage for pitting right away.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think this might have actually saved Stumpy's race. However, now that he does have the 3-second time penalty.
Who does it save also most? I think it saves Titchy more than anyone.
Yeah.
Like, look how far behind he is.
Dan is in a possible position for P2 here.
Let's look at the leader. It probably saves... You've got to say, pretty much anyone apart from those with a penalty.
Yeah.
Everyone pitting for softs.
I don't think that's the right thing to do. Well, for the guys who were lower down it was, but for the top runners I don't think a pit stop is going to do them any good.
Depends who it
is. Well, none of them really has any big damage on their wheel. However, we're going to see what they do.
For those that pit in, like Charlie, AJ and Footy, I think they will pit because they will only lose positions to each other. And I think that would be worth it, but people like...
I suggest Hawkey stays out. He does. Yeah. And Jamie James is also staying out. Big Balls. He's also staying out. Dan. Also staying out.
Something obviously stays out.
Vapor King stays out.
No.
Charlie.
I think he stays out.
Charlie staying out. AJ stays out. Footy. Footy's in.
He loses one position and he speeds. He literally loses one position no matter what. He has so much. He did not need to do that. That is really irritating.
Yeah, for him.
He's going to come out the pit lane about 10-12 seconds ahead of Wizard.
Yeah.
If not more, probably almost 20 seconds.
How many laps on the safety car was going to see it super spread out?
Oh, so
racer 1 minute and 25 seconds behind.
Comes in lap 20. I think comes in 24. I think we only have 2 laps.
Yeah, if we're lucky.
Yeah, I just want to see the gap between Wizard and Footy.
Well, this is really cementing for Hawkey. If he doesn't crash it, he's won the race.
Footy, 13-second gap to Wizard. Why did he feel like he needed to push it?
Yeah, I don't even know.
He's gonna feel so annoyed.
Oh, Spudhead. Not ideal. He gets a penalty under the safety car. However, two-spell, Profodus, Donamo, Badkins breaks the 1 minute.
All I'm going to say is, look at Dan in P4. Like,
yeah, podium, maybe even P2 podium. Here.
Oh,
safety car in, what?
That's going to make everyone who hasn't caught up the safety car look absolutely stupid, isn't it?
Well, I think Footy, though, however, he can keep the speed. What is happening? Hawkey is going.
And Big Balls is nowhere.
Big Balls is absolutely nowhere. Jamie James is caught up pretty nicely, though. However, Jack Hawkey, brilliant start from him.
Picking all over Stumpy.
Dan now.
Mental.
8 behind Big Balls.
What I'm going to say is this, looking at this mini-map, does not look like a safety car restart.
Does not at all. It looks like it's been this for the whole race. Oh, Dan, you're going to have to catch up. If you want that podium, you're going to have to pick up the speed here, because Big Balls, Jamie James and Hawkey are getting away, and it won't be long, 2 laps, and they are going to have the DRS.
All I'm going to say is it is a top 10 fight.
Absolutely, top 10. AJ, however...
10, like, Footy and 10 is at the back of this group.
Yeah, well, I think you could pretty much...
Footy
right.
goes wide. So that would... Yeah.
I think what you could do is pretty much you could write P11 up. P11 and down, you could write them out of the race to get points because of that safety car. That safety car really did do stuff to the guys who were far behind. It's unlucky, but that's racing. Well, it isn't racing, but it is what it is.
I'm so surprised it came in though. I was thinking 2 more laps behind safety car, definitely. Well,
yeah, I was thinking about the same thing, yeah.
I thought safety car would have came in on this lap. Badkins picks the penalty.
Another one.
So does Footy. That's probably... That might put him under pressure from Donamo, to be fair.
Donamo's 16 seconds behind.
11 seconds of penalties.
Has Footy got 11 seconds? It's looking like 6 seconds for me. Or is
5 seconds for speeding.
Oh, yes, that is true.
And he will not get that removed, so it's only like 5 seconds. And if he gets caught up in this battle with Spud and AJ, then, yeah.
But Spud looking at getting points today.
If I was Charlie right now, I'd feel, or AJ, I'd feel so relieved to not have kept.
Oh, and Hawkey has broken the 1 second gap to Jamie James. That's gonna put him under pressure from Big Balls.
Look at that ERS already, below 20%.
Yeah, well, Jamie James is not doing too well either. Well, he is, but
he's got 60% compared to 20%.
Yeah.
One number is higher than the other. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Down to 52%. DRS enabled now. Jamie James is not going to get any DRS because he's 1.2 seconds behind Hawkey.
If he can keep within, if he can get within this lap, he'll have one opportunity down the Hangers Straight. I think he needs to push for the next 2 laps.
Wizard retires in the pits, yeah. And the same does Badkins, yeah. Tichy sets the fastest lap though.
So it's fastest lap battle.
Does prove a point, it does. Spudhead up into P8.
Stumpy still not being able to get past down though.
That's, yeah. Well, Stumpy can't really do anything, can he?
James.
But Dan's still looking like getting P2 right now. Still looking like he's getting P2.
Well, does Big Balls have an opportunity of getting that penalty removed if he'd only had 2 warnings?
Yeah. Well, maybe P3 then, because he's still within the gap of Jamie James. He's just going to have to put it together on this lap here.
Charlie swapped with Vapor King. Charlie wants to get as far up as he can.
Hawkey blinking.
Oh, he's within DRS now.
He is.
And he has ERS to use. Hawkey does not.
He's going to push. He's going to really, really push. Because Dan is still within the 3 seconds that he has to be to get that P3.
Well, P3 yeah.
Well, P3 or P2.
I think if he makes the move, he will be ahead.
Another spinner, that is Titchy.
This is a insane end to our race, isn't it? Because we might see a last lap overtake, or we might see a last lap defence.
And here he comes though, down through Chapel. Now, can Jamie James grab P1 on track? I think he can.
I think this will give him the gap to Dan, who gets overtaken by Stumpy. So I think this will give him more of the gap to get a thing done, get a podium.
He's going to come through to win this track, to win this race on track. Hawkey though in P1, Big Balls P3, Stumpy P5, Big Balls P4, Dan P3, Charlie P5, Vapor King P7, AJ P8, Spudhead P9, and Footy getting the last point in P10. Now Don Ammo last to come through. No, sorry, first to come through of the non-point scorers. Profodis P12, Don Ammo P11, just about. Blade, it's going to be P13. Racer.
Don Ammo got a penalty for being disconnected. Don't know why that's in the game.
Yeah.
He had no penalties, so he would have finished few seconds, I think 2 seconds behind Footy.
Yeah, just
but
about.
What is really surprising to me, Spudhead with 9 seconds of penalties finishes 9th.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant from him today. It was nice to see him literally just going over the grass there. He was lucky with the safety car.
If our safety car let everyone up, I would have said no chance for a point. Charlie, driver of the day, I agree. No
absolute doubt there. 14 places. Brilliant. Exactly 1 second behind Big Balls. But Dan in P3. But no surprise, my prediction was correct with P1 and P2. If only Jay Wizzy hadn't crashed out, it would have been a fully correct podium prediction for me, which has never happened.
So well, 40-minute race, normal, nice time. Yesterday I was in a race that lasted 60 minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
So
wow.
He won from pole with a nice battle with James. Obviously having a nice last lap battle, which Hawkey came out on top for having no penalties, which cost him the win last week. Dan P3 from 10th, very good race from him. Big Balls 4th, Charlie 5th, amazing recovery, less than 5 seconds behind the leader. From the back, we're always happy with that. Stumpy, probably unfortunate with the safety car, otherwise he probably would have got well, let's just say higher. We don't know what would have happened. It would have been fun either way. Vapor King 7th, AJ P8, Spud 9th, 15 10th.
I'm just going to get the 3 podium drivers into the party.
You were said fortunate for those two to have survived with those penalties. 9 seconds and 11 seconds respectively. And outside top 10 we have Trafodez, Donamo, Blade, Razor, Tichy, and then the retirements for Bad Cans, Two Stout, Matty, and Jay Wizzy.
I'm going to say we had a brilliant race today.
We did have a brilliant race.
It's always good to see.
We had battles throughout the entire grid, didn't we?
Absolutely. It was battles galore today, and we love that.
We had drama, we had action, we had last lap overtakes, we had controversy with the safety car. Basically, we had the most scripted race ever.
Well, very scripted.
But we loved it, so who are we to complain?
Absolutely love it.
There'll probably be 7 unhappy people with the safety car.
Yeah, very. But I think that was probably the best race of the season so far.
Yes, I think it was an amazing battle between the top 2, and well, this is probably the 2 we'll see fighting for the championship. So it will be one of those defining moments, I think.
We're just going to wait for Dan to get into the party if he can or wants to. I reckon he does.
I'm just stuck in the lobby. This is nice.
Yes. Love it.
As we will wait for Dan to join the party for interviews, if he wants or not, and then we'll start them.
I think we're going to have to just go for it. So, if I take Jamie James...
Oh, it's just put, he can't do the...
Yeah. So, Jamie James, I'm going to start with you. So, great performance today. Starting in P3 behind Jay Wizzy, of course, him crashing out. And the 3-second time penalty coming in there just towards I think it was the end or the mid-end, of course. But absolutely brilliant display from the two of you today. That the battle was absolutely exciting to watch. What's your take on it?
Just that. Yeah, we know me and Jack are very close. We've had a few comings together this year. We put them to the back of our minds and we crack on. But that, yeah, like I said, that was enjoyable, good side to side action. And yeah, just some very lazy steering into a few corners got me a couple of warnings on the same. I think I got 2 warnings on one lap, which was really annoying without swearing. And yeah, that's it. That very quick safety car caught me out a little bit, and he managed to pull away, so I didn't really have a chance to get in front and try and pull away. But no, a very even pace. So I'm looking forward to more races like that. Don't hit me, Jack. Please don't hit me.
So, yeah. So the battle in the championship is definitely still alive. What do you reckon? Your chances are still there to grab the EU2 championship.
Too early, but he's got a decent lead now. I've just been saying actually to Konzo, my engineer, that the tracks, I'm not a fan of the tracks that have been picked, so a few I think suit Jack more. Some of the tracks he got some decent results in last year, not just in EU4, I think EU3, EU2, all of them. I think he did well in a few of the tracks that are coming up. So It's obviously still alive, because it's only not halfway yet, are we? I don't think we are. So yeah, it's still alive. Anything can happen. Like I say, we've both had some duck races where we've not scored any points, so that could turn in my favour once or twice. Could in his favour, and plus there's other people around us like Matty Rob and Racer. So yeah, it's still open. We just need to stop Jack from winning a few more.
Yeah, well, brilliant display. So, congratulations on the P2 today, and go enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
First of all, congrats, Jack, on, well, first the race win, and secondly, your sign-in to ECOS.
I can't really hear you, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very quiet. It's very quiet.
Okay. Well, congrats.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you.
I can try and repeat if you want. I can hear him a little bit better, so I can try and repeat it.
What? Yeah. What did he ask?
So.
Well,
go on, just shout it, scream.
No,
yeah,
just go for it, and I'll try and say it.
Into the chat. How important is it to, well, stay in the DRS and then pick your moves of when to overtake? And were you really worried about, like, which order you were in?
Okay, so...
Yeah, I did. I did, do it. Yeah,
Oh.
Hello?
Jack? Is he muted himself?
Right, so, yeah, the DRS, is basically like a DRS chain around this track. If you just stay with it, then it's pretty impossible to just pull away. Like, obviously, Jay Wizzy took the lead on the first few laps, I overtook him, and then James overtook him. And obviously I tried my best to break the 1 second, but it was just impossible, so I just let him overtake me, and my plan was to just stay behind him, save the ERS, and then maybe make a late attack towards the end of the race, but obviously the safety car kind of mess everything up with that. And even with me as well, it caught me off guard when it came in. I thought it was going to be an extra lap or two. But yeah, obviously a shame about his 3-second time, but yeah, very well. I enjoyed it. It was nice we kept it clean as well tonight.
Well, I don't know if it was just me, but you were incredibly quiet, so...
Yeah, he has Jack's gone quiet now. I think it's captured.
For God's sake. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's miles better. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I basically just said that the DRS train is impossible to break it.
I think I heard. I don't know how it went out on the stream. So how important was like the pit strategy of deciding when to pit? Because were you like thinking you weren't going to go too early or too late, and did you hope that James didn't pit the same lap as you, or did you decide to follow him?
Because I was in second, I was always trying to copy what James did. If he went in, I was following. If he did an extra lap, I was going to do an extra lap. I just wanted to make sure like I didn't lose like DRS.
You cheater.
But to be fair, Jay, he did a extra lap and he came out right behind us as well. So obviously the undercut and even though I good around here. But I don't know what the hell happened to him. I don't know if you guys seen, but all of a sudden he just DNF'd under the safety car.
I think it was.
He ran into the back of me before the end of the VSC.
I think
so
maybe
I don't know.
The VSC
I've asked him. Oh, hang on.
I think on the restart he may have put the traction.
Oh yeah,
on
his delta was very green apparently, and he basically gunned it too early.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's still in the game, but I remember this glitch in the game where your delta is like seconds faster than everyone else, and you can just almost go flat out. When other people just are like, I have to slow down, but I don't. So it's like it's really difficult.
Yeah.
Safety car was surprising, like with how quickly it came in. Just decided it wanted to come in. How hard was it to like react to that and then get your tyres warmed up, ready to go?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, obviously, because your mediums, they are harder to warm up. And obviously, I was thinking it was going to stay out an extra lap. I was like, oh, I've got this in the bag now. There won't be any DRS. So James to attack me with.
Yeah,
because I was 1-1 in a way as well from a time pen. So I was obviously I was like I wasn't pushing at all on the last few laps. I was just like, yeah, I've got this. Like, there's no need to push. But yeah, obviously when that came in, like I was like, yeah, it's probably going to go to it. And, sorry for swearing, but yeah, it was all good in the end. Thank God.
If that safety car came out later, I think you probably would have just won on track also. You've obviously got probably, I don't want to say a bit more pace, but over the past few races, you've probably preferred the tracks over James. Do you think there are like some tracks that you feel like you're definitely the slower driver, and what do you expect to take away from those races?
Monza and Imola definitely weren't my tracks. I didn't really enjoy them, especially Imola. I hate Imola with passion. But obviously
and you cheat me out.
and the first two, there was the first two, 2 wins. I like them. I love Portugal. I think Portugal's the strongest track out of all of them. But
you didn't
obviously the time pen like screwed me over last week. So yeah, and then obviously tonight I love Silverstone as well. But and then not too keen on Austria because time pens around there is a bit of a sticky one. But we'll have to get through it.
Yeah, I've just got a simple tip for not getting penalties, and that is just don't cut the track.
Simple. Well, it's easier said than done.
Well, the track's really short. It's got 3 DRS zones. If you need to cut to keep up, that's surprising. That's all I'm gonna say. You two are so similar.
It's not just that though. Just keeping your concentration for every lap, isn't it? It's just that. It's just keeping your concentration. Like James said, you got lazy and then you got a pen. That's what happens.
It's only 36 laps. So it's not that long.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on your 3rd win out of 5 races. Yeah. Are you going to do what Jamie did last season and just win half the races?
I mean, I'm going to try, obviously.
No, that's wrong.
It's really close.
You should have said you're going to win every race.
No. Well, I can't now. But used to.
Nah, just say you're going to win every race.
Yeah, but it's really close to you two. Obviously, if Jay Wizzy shows up to a few races, then he's in the mix as well. I know. I'd say obviously, like, all respect to the drivers, but I'd say me, James, and Jay Wizzy are like equal on 1 lap pace, and then race pace. Yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Well, congrats and good luck next week.
Cheers, mate.
And that is going to end off this round of EU2. Season 9, of course, round 6. Today was Great Britain. Brought us brilliant racing. And happy that you joined us this fine evening for a very, very good race. And next week, it's going to be Austria. So make sure you tune in for that. As always, a banging race. And good night.